Hey, good morning. Okay, so today is February. Is it the 7th? Oh, it's the 6th. Today's February the 6th, and we're on Proverbs chapter 13. And the scripture reads: A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a mocker does not respond to rebukes. From the fruit of their lips, people enjoy good things, but the unfaithful have an appetite for violence. Those who guard their lips preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. A sluggard's appetite is never filled, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied. The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked make themselves a stench and bring shame on themselves. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. One person pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. A person's riches may ransom their life, but the poor cannot respond to threatening rebukes. The light of the righteous shines brightly, but the lamp of the wicked is snuffed out. Where there is strife, there is pride, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Whoever scorns instruction will pay for it, but whoever respects a command is rewarded. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a person from the snares of death. Good judgment wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful leads to their destruction. All who are prudent act with knowledge, but fools expose their folly. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a trustworthy envoy brings healing. Whoever disregards discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored. A longing fulfilled is sweet to the soul, but fools detest turning from evil. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Trouble pursues the sinner, but the righteous are rewarded with good things. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. An unplowed field produces food for the poor, but injustice sweeps it away. Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. The righteous eat to their heart's content, but the stomach of the wicked goes hungry. Okay, so that's the actual scripture reading. And it was just a few points that few things I wanted to point out. Verse 10, where it says, where there is strife, there is pride, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Where there is strife, there is pride. A married couple always arguing. It's pride in the midst of all of that. Parents arguing with children. It's pride in the midst of all of that. One thing that I have learned that was hard for me at first, even though I'm the parent, I'm actually not always right. See, sometimes because I have that pride that I'm the adult, I'm the parent, I don't have to listen. But we actually can learn sometimes from our kids. Now, I'm not saying that they get to be grown and they can say whatever they want to say, however they want to say it. But there have been instances where I listened and I was like, well, you know what? He is right. It's all about how we communicate. And pride is all that arguing and yelling and screaming and cursing each other out and like all of that. See, God is not the author of confusion. So that's a part of it. But it would be good for all of us to remember that where there is strife, there is pride, so we can learn to humble ourselves. Me too. The other verse that I wanted to point out was verse 17, where it says, a wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a trustworthy envoy brings healing. And I want to read something from my study Bible portion. In Solomon's day, A king had to rely on messengers for information about his country. Those messengers had to be trustworthy because inaccurate information could lead to bloodshed. So today, even, reliable communication is still valid. If the message received is different from the message sent, marriages, businesses, and diplomatic relationships are all break down. It is important to choose your words well and to avoid reacting until you clearly understand what the other person means. That's why, of course, I just automatically think of God's not the author of confusion. And I automatically think of people who just love to start mess, people who just love to keep a gossip going. Well, that's a horrible thing to do because you're keeping up confusion, and that's not Christ-like. We're not perfect. I'm not saying that nobody is to be perfect. But what we say and how we say it affects other people. So if you know that, if I know that by me going and telling Sue what Sally said about her, that's going to cause Sally and Sue to fall out, I don't care what Sally said. I have no business going back repeating it. And that's something that maybe some of us have to be intentional and just stop it. Just stop doing it. Because we are causing strife. Sometimes we cause strife in people's household because we go and we say things and we don't really know. And even on our own side, we need to understand first before we just jump to conclusion. And I'm still working on that. I'm improving. I've been intentional and I'm getting better, but I'm still working on it. But that's all for today. Everybody have a great day. It's starting to get a little warmer outside, but we live in Texas, so ain't no telling. It could be burning up later on or freezing cold tonight. Who knows? That's it. Have a great day. Thank God for this day. Check on each other. Love on one another. Pray for one another. Do it while we can. I'm out.